So how long have you guys become an Anime Detour?
This is our second year?
Yep, second.
Ooh, I think it was, 2012 or 2013 was my first year, I believe.
Oh, almost a decade. We're at 9 years. About 6 Anime Detours.
3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be year 6.
7 for me.
7. I've gone to 7 so far. First year actually dressing up as a character. I think it's either my 4th or my 5th.
This would be my first one. Quite a few conventions, especially at this hotel. But this is my first time being here, and I am not disappointed in the least.
I mean, that describes it all. He's a BAMF, best Overwatch character in my opinion. I mean, I wouldn't say he's my best hero, but I got the most hours on him.
I really enjoy Luca. She's kind of a derpy little character, and she's really fun, really high energy, and she's just trying her best to blend in with the human world, but she's not doing so great at it.
Is it Giffany or Giffany?
Giffany. I have very strong opinions about that as Giffany.
Jiffany. Basically, she planned it. I'm just kind of the sad sack that follows everything.
Yeah, my friends, I was talking to my friends about how much I love the honorary characters, and they're like, dude, you should go as Giffany. And I'm like, yes. And then I was like, dude, you have the body type for Zeus.
And plus, I'm a lovable idiot.
Yeah, he's the embodiment of Zeus. Oh, soft dude.
The reason I wanted to do this cosplay was because our group was originally supposed to be all Batman villains, and that kind of fell apart, so I stayed in costume. I like the Scarecrow. I've always liked him. He feels like a different villain to me. Like, he isn't the guy that beats somebody up. He's the guy that gets into your head and breaks you down from the inside.
Kwami's the little spirit that turns Marinette and Adrian into their superhero form. They're essentially the masks. It's an adorable show.
Adorable!
You had to do a pun.
It is very hard to breathe in that thing.
I would imagine.
This is Centipeetle from Steven Universe. She was a one-off character who only appeared in this form in one episode, but that was enough for me to want to cosplay her. I had never built like a head like this for one of my cosplays. I'd never tried to do like a monster or an animal or something like that. And when I saw the character, I knew that this was something that I really wanted to try.
I really like Android 18. I think she's really cool. Strong female character.
Both of us grew up watching Dragonball Z, really big fans of it, and since we're sisters, we thought it'd be appropriate to kind of like cosplay the two essentially sibling characters of the show.
It works because we look alike.
Yeah.
It was a challenge. You don't see many Master Roshis around, and it's a good opportunity to pick up the ladies with some stellar turtle-based pickup lines.
That's based off of a fan art?
Uh-huh. My sister was actually the one who convinced me to do it.
Whew,
Oh god.
basically this last week, I just went to work, went home, worked on cosplay, and went to bed. So like between 30 to 40 if I had to guess. And that was, I had a little help on some parts too. This part down here is made out of craft foam and Warbler and a bunch of paint. This hand part, it's just like some glove I got at Party City with just craft foam and paint on there.
The outfit probably took me about a month, and then the staff actually was done in a day because I was con crunching so hard, and yeah, the wig took me the longest though because this was not easy to make.
3 weeks and a lot of super glue. Very much.
I kind of just went off the very original pixel art and kind of hoped for the best. I think I did a pretty good job, if I say so myself. Managed to rig up the expressions using this guy here. So I've got a joystick up top, 4 different directions, gives me 4 different expressions. And then the buttons here will actually modify just what expression it is. So up will give me skeptical, but if I push top button, then I get suspicious, and then I get angry, and then I get really angry. Took about a week to get the eyes and the Arduino figured out. Actually managed to get the Arduino right here. So The programming was actually what I knew the most about. The wiring, I actually had to get help from a couple of friends. And then everything's getting powered by this guy here. What? By this guy here. Which is usually overkill. This is probably enough to last me an entire weekend, but it could also charge my phone at the same time. So it's a win-win for me.
This is actually tinfoil and paper clay with that I mounted with screws and cardboard into my hat. And this is a wig that's been dyed with forward acrylic ink, and I just dyed ingredients and did that myself. And this was just out of my closet, and that's half the reason too why I did this, is I had it up in my room.
It took me about 4 or 5 days just to do the head, but total hours, I think it took me 2 weeks to do the entire costume. The head I used like a bed foam, like the layer you would put over your mattress, and then I used a beach ball to get the round pattern. I pretty much did the same thing with the area in the fur. It's hollow, but it's foam, so you can kind of squish it. And then I used tape and newspaper to pattern the entire thing, and then cut out and sewed the pattern out of felt, not felt fleece.
I don't know, I really like the raves.
Me too.
Yeah.
I also really like looking at the art too.
Yeah, I like that too.
I just love seeing the people and all the costumes.
Hey, Luca, I've known for like 5 years. After 5 years, actually asked me my name, and then realized she's been talking to me for the last 5 years without even realizing it on Facebook.
The one that comes to my mind immediately was the One Piece bounty hunt, where we had to find the One Piece characters from the panel, and there was someone dressed up as Sanji and had a shirt that said "Not Sanji," and was like took like 2 people just to get him to the panel room.
I would probably say just have fun, make new friends, because that's what cons are all about. It shouldn't be about, do I look okay right now? Are my friends really upset about something, or is there going to be drama? I think you should just have a fun time.
I was here last year. To anyone who really wants to, go to a convention, don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to ask people about their cosplays or what you can do to better yourself. And if you are cosplaying, don't be afraid of what people are going to think. Do you. And you would be surprised that if you actually put a decent amount of work into your cosplay, people will be swarming to ask for pictures and ask you to do all sorts of things.
My advice would be just if you have anxiety, and I know a lot of anime fans do, I don't know why, but it attracts us. Just don't worry about it, because there's a lot of like-minded people too, and there's just like a lot of accepting people. You'll meet a lot of new friends, and even if that's not your thing, there's like something for everyone. You can just be a lone wolf. You can go like read in the manga lounge, go to panels, and it's just a lot of fun. It's just a gathering of like-minded people, and you can just geek out.
Eat. Eat food. Drink water.
Don't try to do everything in one day. You have 3 days.
Yeah. Get a hotel room.
Definitely.
Do something with the gimmick. Get something that's a part of your character that you can engage with into the audience with. You'll walk past a ton of people and they'll be in a really good cosplay, but they don't engage you. If you want to be like, one of the coolest things I've ever seen anybody do would be a no face with coins. And it's not a whole ton of effort, but it makes the whole experience for everybody. I saw Burger King. He bought like 40 burgers from the Burger King across the street, and he was just giving them to people. And that like made my life. That was amazing.
Try to take a shower at least once a day. I see that skipped way too many times. Otherwise, always make sure that you keep track of your tag.
Don't worry about what other people think. If you're cosplaying, do it for you. Do it that you're enjoying it. Don't worry about how many other people or how they look, and don't compare yourself to everyone else around you.
I guess never be afraid to talk to people. If you see something, if you see a cosplay that you like, you should tell them, because you never know if that'll just make someone's day.
That's a loaded question. Oh yeah, it's too much to name. It's just always a good time. Made so many new friends through going to Detour. And yeah, it's about all I got to say on that.
Don't be afraid to be creative. And don't worry, the first time you cosplay won't be the last time. feel free to express yourself. This is all about fun and creativity.